Hey everyone. So I'm doing a haul video and I haven't done one for ages, so I figured it was about time that I showed you some things that I have been acquiring of late. And this stuff I've acquired over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't just gone and bought it all today, just, you know, putting that out there. So it's a bit of a mismatch of things. There's some crafty stuff and some witchy stuff and just a whole bunch of just other stuff. So, feathers! I've got quite a few packs of feathers. As you can see, black ones, purple ones, red ones and brown ones. And I want these for spell bottles and witches bottles and various other witchy crafty things. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, here all come the animals. Hello. And I'm going to go back and get yellow ones and white ones. They didn't have any green ones, which brassed me off, but anyway. So I know they're dyed, they're not, you know, natural, but they're good for crafty stuff. I use Colour Magic in my working, so these will be fine to use. So I got those, and they're quite large as well. I wanted some smaller ones too, but they didn't have any. I'm in my bedroom, by the way, as you can see, because this is about the only room that's got decent light at the moment, and the rest of the house is a pigsty. So that's those, and I got some other little, just little wee short white feathers. I want to attach these to smudge bundles and sage sticks and things. So that's what they are. There's quite a few of them in there. I have no idea how many, but yeah, they only had white in the small ones. Now these are an absolute score. These are labels that you put on jars, like so. Whoops, there's the receipt. Oh, you probably can't see, the light's real bad, but anyway. So you peel these off and you put them on jars, and they've got like a blackboard coating on them, and you get this special little pen, and you write on whatever it is in the jar, and then if you need to change the name of it, or if you want to change what's in the jar or whatever, you just wipe it off with a damp cloth and rewrite it on with the pen. So you don't have to be peeling off labels and stuff. So I thought that was a good idea. And actually Kimmy from Autumn Star Moon had something similar on some of her jars, and I just thought it was a good idea. So the cheap shop had them in, so I got 2 packs of those. There's 24 in a pack, so I will be redoing all my herbal jar labels this weekend. And yeah, so that was a really good score. What am I going to show you next? Candles. So I went a bit mad and brought a whole heap of candles. I use tea light candles pretty much exclusively in my practice. I do a nifty little thing with them, which I will do a video about when I get some time, but when I see them cheap and when I see a good range of colours, I generally go and buy a whole heap, and I'll go back and get some more next week. So we've got red, purple, yellow and orange. These 2 colours, really hard to get for some bizarre reason, and black, and so I got 3 black ones. I use black a lot. I use it in protection magic. Black and purple, but predominantly black. Unfortunately, these are scented, and I don't like scented candles unless I've done them myself with essential oils. I don't like fragrance oils. I think they stink, and I can certainly tell the difference between fragrance oil and essential oil. I just don't like the synthetic, you know, stink of it. But you know, you have to work with what you've got. So these are sandalwood ones, and they don't smell faintly, they don't smell that bad. So I'll go back and get some more of the black ones, because they are really hard to get, black tea lights. I normally have to buy them online, and I hate buying stuff online. I really like to go to the shop and pick stuff out, and I resent having to pay shipping and whatnot. So so I got those, and I also got some silver ones. This is from another shop for full moon magic. Silver tea lights as well, possible to find, and so are gold ones. So yeah, and when you have to buy them online, especially if I've got to buy something from eBay, by the time I pay shipping, and like generally it comes from well, I looked on eBay the other night for tea lights, and they were coming from the UK, so you can imagine UK all the way to New Zealand, the shipping was like $15, and it's like, really, for one pack of friggin' candles? So yeah, stuff in New Zealand, anything in New Zealand, so expensive because we're just miles and miles away from like everyone else. So when I see cheap deals, I tend to stock up. And I couldn't find tea lights in blue, which really pissed me off, so I had to buy little votives, which I'm not overly impressed with. But they'll do. I wanted them for healing type spell work, and they stink of some really cheap, yucky opium stench. But they'll do. I can work with them, but yeah, I would have really preferred them in tea light form, but never mind. I have one beeswax candle. I got this a wee while ago from the crystal shop. This was $2.50 for one candle. I will probably go and get some more, but chime candles or like spell candles like this size, I have not been able to find them anywhere over here, just anywhere. I know you can get them online, but again, you know, it's going to cost heaps to get them sent here. You guys in the UK and the States are so incredibly lucky with your pagan supply stuff, because our online stores here are just absolutely nothing, and we only really have one decent one. So anyway, I got that, and I'm saving that for something special because it was so expensive. So let me clear some space on the bed. So that's that. What next? I've got some stones, but I'll save them till last, actually. Oh, I have another candle. Oh, I have another one. This is just a plain black pillar, small pillar. These are my working candles, and I like to use black for my working candles, and black candles like this can be hard to find as well, so I will have to go back and get several more of them. And I mean, $3 for one candle, so that's what I'm saying. Stuff here is expensive. I got some jars. I don't really like buying jars if I can help it. I like to recycle, like if I buy something in the groceries and it comes in a jar, I'll recycle it. But sometimes you just can't get the smell out, especially if it's, you know, like relish or something. So Warehouse had a good stock in of jars, so these are the ones that I really like, and they're reasonably priced for here anyway. They're reasonably priced, so that was $4. And these ones are generally quite hard to get, the little wee ones. These are good for incense blends because they're little, and you know, they fill it quite nicely for storage and stuff. And these were $1.99, I think. So I have more of them, but I'm obviously not gonna, you know, put them all out. So that is that. Oh, I got a tea ball. You have no idea how hard these are to get in the shops. I've been looking and looking and looking for them, and I just have not been able to find one. And I got this from the cheap shop. I've been looking at them online, and they're like $20 with the shipping, and I was like, I am not paying that. I refuse to pay that. So yeah, this was a bonus, and I'm going to go back and get another one because I want one that I can leave in my portable ritual kit that I'm putting together. So if I'm out anywhere and I want to, you know, brew up some tea, then I can use this, and they're transportable and kind of easy to use. So I'm going to go and get another one, but that was a score. $2 as opposed to 20. On the tea theme, I got this the other day as well. This is a little tea caddy. We have a bit of a tea thing in this house. That's predominantly what we all drink, including our 14-year-old son. I'm not a big coffee drinker, unless it's good coffee, like I like, you know, properly made coffee. I'm not a big fan of instant coffee. So we all drink tea, and I drink herbal tea and just loads of different tea. But sometimes our tea gets confused, and my husband only likes one type of tea, and that's Twining's English breakfast tea. He likes a good cup of tea, he doesn't like the cheap shit. And my favourite cup of tea at the moment is a Twining's lemon scented tea. And if they get mixed up, then he packs a snot. So I saw this at the cheap shop and I brought it, and I thought it was really cute. So here's my little tea bags that I actually forgot to buy today in the grocery shopping, so I'll have to go back down. And it says tea Aotearoa, which means New Zealand in Maori in our native language. So I thought that was cool. And these little flowers there and on the top are called pahurakawa, and they flower at Christmas time, and they're called the Christmas tree because obviously our Christmas is in our summer over here. And the flowers are red and they're absolutely beautiful, and red and green, and that's how it got its name, Christmas tree. But well, yeah, so anyway, that's not that interesting, but I just chucked it in there. And that was $15 down to $6, or $14.90 down to $5.90. So I got that. I was quite impressed with that. I got some bulbs for my garden for spring. Now look at this tulip colour. I don't know if you can... Hang on. Isn't that gorgeous? It's called Black Diamond, and it's a dark purple. It's just stunning. I love dark purple black flowering plants. They're my favourite, and I have a few of them that I grow from seed every year. So I got that one, and they were half price, so 50% off, which was a good buy. So I got those ones, and I got these lovely orange ones as well. So these are going to be planted in the fairy garden this weekend, and I think they'll be gorgeous for spring. And these are ready to plant because you can see they've got little shoots on them. So I'm probably going to go back and get some more bulbs, because at that price that's, awesome. So I got them today. Very impressed with them. I got some herbs today as well. I had to go to the organic shop, and I actually went there for honey because I only eat a particular sort of honey, and that's a blue borage organic honey. And the organic shop that I go to are the only places that stock it, and you can just take your jars in and fill them up from bulk, and it's a really good way to buy it. And it's, oh my god, if you haven't tasted blue borage honey, it's just divine. And so I got a few little bits and bobs when I was there. I don't generally buy much in the way of herbs because I grow the majority that I use in my practice, just for the simple reason that, well, I'm herb mad and I'm gardening mad, but for the cost, I have to keep costs down, because it's just, I don't believe that you should be spending masses and masses and masses of money on pagan supplies, unless of course you've got masses of money, which I don't. So anyway, I'm babbling. I got some elderflowers, and I actually have got an elder tree cutting that I took a wee while ago from the horse paddock, and it's growing really well. A lot of sun's just gone. Yeah, so I'll be able to harvest my own elderflowers and elderberries in a year or so because they grow really quick. Anyway, I want this for incense and various other bits and pieces, and it makes a good tea as well, especially if you've got colds and things. It's very soothing. So I got that. I also got some rose hips. These are crushed rose hips. Now I have a video on my channel, I think it's a couple of videos ago, where I harvested rose hips from my garden, but I get low on them, and rose hip tea is really yummy. It's really nice with peppermint actually, and I like to use these in incense as well, rose hips. I actually prefer to use rose hips than I do rose petals. I find rose petals, they can be kind of hard to break up, and I generally put mine in a coffee grinder and powder them. So yeah, I use rose hips for an incense because it carries exactly the same energies as rose petals or rose buds. Rose hips are the dry, rose hips are the fruit off the, when the rose is flowered. So it has exactly the same energies and properties. Anyway, getting all muddled up. And I got some salt, organic sea salt, and I use this, I use it in the kitchen, like if I'm cooking veggies and boiling veggies and stuff, then I'll add this salt to it, but I use it predominantly in my practice because I don't like using just the cheap table salt from the supermarket. I like to use pure stuff when I can, and this is quite reasonably priced. and it's not bleached or anything. It's natural stuff. So yeah, if I need to use salt in my practice, then I will use that. And I'm off to the beach soon to get some sand. Well, not soon as in today, but within the next wee while to get some sand. So I got that. I got some resin. Okay, so like I was saying, stuff in NZ is really expensive. Resins, no exception. Now, I was talking to the guy at the crystal shop, which is where I got this from, and we were just talking about the cost of things and how resins were so expensive. And we got talking about dragon's blood, and he actually gave me some really good information about dragon's blood. And he said there are actually different types of dragon's blood, and the real McCoy dragon's blood has Drago in the name, like its actual proper name, the name of the tree. And some people will sell the resin, but it's not actually dragon's blood, because dragon's blood's just a generic name for a whole bunch of, it can incorporate a whole bunch of different trees. So if you're going to buy dragon's blood, ask them if it's got Draco, and it will look for the name Draco. Because he said you're paying top dollar for it and it may not be proper dragon's blood. So that was interesting. Anyway, I personally love dragon's blood, but I agree with everyone, it is friggin' expensive. And it'll be it is 3 times the price here than what it is anywhere else. So, like I said, I got this from the crystal shop, and they often sell resins, and like this was $1, and I don't know what tree this is from, but it smells absolutely, oh, it's really sweet and vanilla-y and just yummo. And it was $1. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know how many grams it would be, 10 maybe, 20, I don't know. But I'm going to save this for something special. And I'll probably go back in a couple of weeks and get some more of it. They only had 1 pack. But I only use resins in incense. I don't use it really in anything else because it's so expensive to buy. I only use it for really special things, because otherwise I just wouldn't be able to use it at all. If I used it all the time, I'd be forever trying to get the money to buy it. But I got some red sandalwood. And it says $3.95 on there, but it was actually $1. And they only had 2 left, so I thought I'd better leave some for someone else. But they buy it in bulk and then they package it up and sell it cheap. And I always buy my sandalwood powder from there. So I have a decent jar of it, but I always get a bit more when I go to the crystal shop. And I'll probably go back and get some more of that as well, because I do use sandalwood quite a lot. So I got 3 of those. And I can't wait to use that resin. And last but not least, I got some crystals. So I got some clear quartz tumblies. I want to do some small crystal grids, and I actually didn't have any tumbled quartz, so I got 4 of them, and they were $1.50 each. Just standard size, I guess. I need more of them, but that will have to wait. So I got that. I got some green aventurine, which I want to put on my altar in with all my other earth representations. Actually, I'm going to take you over to the light, I think, and show you over there, because I don't know. Oh, now that I've said that. Hang on. I'm probably going to drop everything. Because the light in here, I should have done this video earlier in the conservatory when it was really sunny, but I've had to do boring things like grocery shop. You'll see all my dusty stuff. So let's see if this is any better. I think it's really gorgeous, and I haven't had any of this before, so let's show up on there. That's a bit better. Been dusted for a week, never mind. So yeah, green aventurine, and I got some blue. hello dog, monkstone. Look at that. Now, I have seen this obviously in the crystal shop all the time when I go in there, and I've always picked it up and eyed it and admired it, but I never actually brought it, and I think it's because it's not natural, and I will read you out exactly what it is. Okay, so bear with me. This mesmerizing, and this is off this comes with everything, like when you buy crystals from the crystal shop you get a little card with everything. So anyway, this mesmerizing monk made gemstone, monk whatever, can be viewed as flashy or elegant depending on how you use it. Goldstone is man-made glass with tiny copper dots throughout the stone. A special process is needed to create the stone's metallic gleam. Copper salts are added to brown or whatever colour liquid glass. The mass of glass is then held at a specific temperature for a length of time, and then the entire mass is allowed to cool. As the glass cools, the salts turn into copper crystals, giving the stone that unique sparkle. The process was originally created by monks in Italy. It can sometimes be seen in antique religious items because of the origins in the monastery. So there you go. Metaphysical mystics regard goldstone as special and is believed to hold the energy of those who touch it. For this reason, it has often been given as gifts to loved ones. Mystics also use the stone to enhance healing. This stone comes in gold, blue and really green. And my crystal shop sells a lot of the green one, so I'm going to go back and get some of that next week, because next week is pay week. And the green one, you can imagine what the green one would be like. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's a little bit pricey, so I didn't get any this week. But isn't that lovely? And I was reminded of it when I watched one of Joey's videos, Joey Morris, whom I absolutely love. I'm loving her channel. And I was like, oh, that's that stone that I've been looking at. So it just prompted me to go and get some, because I did really like it. And then I was like, oh, it's not natural. I'm not, a bit snobby. But I want this for protection. It's dark purple and dark purple, black protection to me. So that's what I'm going to use it for. But isn't it pretty? And last but not least, oh no, sorry, not last but not least, but I'm going to show you this one now. Have you guys ever heard of crackle quartz? Well, this is what it is, and I hadn't until yesterday when I got this. Now you're not going to be able to see it. It is quartz that has been heated up and cooled, and it creates this crackle effect. And it's just stunning. Let me see if I can get you a better angle of it. Sharp on there? No, probably not. Anyway, I'll read you what the jits is with it. This form of quartz has been heated and rapidly cooled, giving the quartz the look of crushed ice. Quartz is composed of the two most abundant elements, silicon and oxygen, in the Earth's crust. Quartz is used industrially for electronics, fibre optics, and the source of silica. And it has all the quartz, normal metaphysical properties, so it's good for healing. But this is just a different form of it. Oh, is that better? Isn't it? Oh God, it's gorgeous. I just saw it. I actually wanted to get some still bite. And I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm getting this instead. I don't know, I was just really, really attracted to it. And it wasn't all that expensive, so I'm going to go back and get some more. So that's that. And last are some little stone animals that I got from the crystal shop. I just love that. My God, that's so dusty. I just love that place. So I got a little horse, a bison. I think that's a bison. Oh, God, I hope so. Otherwise I've just made a fool of myself. And a cat. Now, I got these three things for specific reasons. Cat is my totem animal, and I have bast on my altar a statue of her, and I wanted just something else on there as well. So that's why I got the cat. The horse is to represent Epona on my altar, because she's a goddess that I have a really strong connection to. She comes to me in visions, and quite strong ones. So she is the goddess of horses, amongst other things, and I own horses, so it kind of makes sense, I guess. But so I wanted a representation of Epona on there, so that's why I have the horse. And actually azurite, the stone azurite is her sacred stone. I have some of that as well. And this guy is to represent the god on my altar with the horns and whatnot. I have another god imagery on there, but I wanted something else, so he just screamed masculinity to me, so that's why I got him. And they were about $5 each, but they're really well crafted and I love them. They've got a whole heap of other ones in there, owls and snakes, and I might get a snake one too. Oh, I'm thinking of all the stuff I can buy. So that is all my stuff. That's my haul. Oh, I forgot one thing. Hang on, I will be right back. Wait. I got this about a week ago, and oh, excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold. I'm experimenting with soap making. I have made some soap. The first batch of soap I made I biffed because the pH level in it was too high. I must have buggered up the recipe somewhere along the line. The second batch, I might actually show you quickly, is really good. It's still curing. They take about a month to cure after you've made them and harden and, you know, continue to go through the chemical change and blah blah blah. But I saw this book on Trade Me, which is an auction website over here, and it's a magical guide on soap making, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's got where's that? It's got detailed recipes in here, and it's small recipes. So some of the recipes I've seen online makes like about 50 blocks of soap, which is, you know, the ingredients for it are ridiculous, huge outlay. So this makes just a few bars, and it has all different soaps. So it's got soaps for, I haven't read the entire thing, I'm like that way through. It has a bit of info on different seeds and things that you can use and what their meanings are and blah blah blah. Essential oils and stuff. Christ, I can't find recipes. So it has like Sabat soaps, like for Yule, which is here coming up very shortly, because of course we are the opposite to you guys. But it has soap for all the Sabats. It's got soap, like special soap that you can make when a female in your family starts menstruating for the first time, which I think is pretty awesome. It's got recipes for men, and it's all using quite basic recipes, so there's not a, like, it uses olive oil and coconut oil, I think. Doesn't use a whole bunch of, you know, mango butter and all that kind of stuff. So it's good if you're on a bit of a budget too. So if you can get a hold of this book and you want to sample and have a go at soap making, then this would be a really good book to get. So I can't wait to try some recipes. So I'll show you my soap. Come with me. Oh yeah, that's all washing. I'm a pig. I hope you didn't see dirty underwear down there. That's my dog. This is my witchy room. We're doing a wee tour, aren't we? Okay, that's all my crafty stuff I've got. I've been cleaning stuff out. I'm not in any way house proud. Well, I am, but our house is just really well lived in. Let's leave it as that. This is all wormwood. I harvested all this yesterday. And I have a whole lot growing. I took a whole lot of cuttings, so I need to hang that up. It was just drying because it was a bit damp. Oh, I love the smell of fresh wormwood. And I've got white sage and rosemary drying up there. Anyway, so this is the soap that I made, and I made it with goat's milk. And it's probably got dog hair all over it. Has. Lovely. So this has got goat's milk and rice bran oil and coconut oil. And what are you eating? Please. Hello, my sweet. Sorry, I get very distracted. Lavender bud and lavender essential oil. And oh my god, it smells so good. I'm really proud of this soap. It's a bit messy because I let it trace a little bit too thick, and I'll do a video on soap making when I'm a little bit more advanced in it. But it just is lovely, and it's all natural. I can't wait to try it. So it made, I don't know what that's doing there, made quite a bit actually. And it's just curing in here. But it really smells quite strongly of lavender. I dumped the rest of my lavender oil in it, which is probably close to like 2 teaspoons. So yes. Okay, so I am definitely going to go now. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.